Live big with belief and imagination. B-I, belief, imagination. Have you guys ever heard that phrase, think outside the box? Yes? What does that mean? This is the interactive portion of the show. What does it mean? Think outside the box. Just give me some things. Think creatively. Think about things in ways that other people don't think. Notice what it says and notice what it doesn't say. It says think outside the box. What does it not say? It doesn't say do outside the box. Why not? Why? Isn't that more specific? Doesn't that make more sense? We can get a better, we can get a better outcome if we do outside the box. It's because thinking outside the box is where it all starts. The act of creation begins with thought. Everything begins with imagination. When I wanted to go out for that play, I remember there were a few days before the auditions and I just kind of sat when I wasn't working on something, I would sit in the theater audience and I would look at that stage and I would see myself up on that stage. I didn't really know that I was using these sort of universal principles. I just know this is what I did. I've always had a strong imagination. I would see myself up on that stage. And then when I got to go be on the stage, I would look out into this empty audience and I would see an audience full of people. And then I would see them and I would imagine myself saying a line and these people over here were laughing and then doing something else and these people were having fun. And at the end, when it was all said and done, I saw everybody stand up and applaud. And they were applauding me they were not pointing me out because of something that was negative. They were not alienating me or embarrassing me for something I had no control over. They were standing up and they were applauding because of something I could do. Something I could do well and something that I was great at. That's what I had in my head. When I decided to learn sleight of hand, I decided that I knew I had to find a way to differentiate myself from everybody else in the magic business when I got serious about the business. And I had to try to find a way to get hired by people. The way I decided to differentiate myself was to compete in international magic competitions. And I decided to learn something that is, if you ask a magician about this one specific thing I decided to learn, what the general consensus is that magicians will judge other magicians on their competency and their expertise in sleight of hand on this one magic trick. So I decided I'm going to learn and create something that I hope will be an award-winning act out of the trick that magicians are judged on their ability to do sleight of hand. Now, if you recall, a few years before, I didn't believe I could do sleight of hand. I had a lot of work to do. I had to create the routine. I had to script it. I had to create sort of the persona that I wanted to be in front of the audience. And I had to do all of this. I had to craft a script. I had to get a soundtrack. There was a ton of work, and it all started right here in my head. Everything began here. I knew that if I was going to find a way to impress, which I knew I had to impress these judges at these competitions, that I would have to do something really special, something very outside of the box. Started right here. I would see the outcome I wanted. I would see the people I would be standing in a room at my house, and I would see all these people in front of me, and they're laughing at the things I'm doing. They're amazed, and they're applauding. And then I would see the outcome I wanted. I would see this announcement from the stage and my name being announced, and I'm walking up there to get to receive some sort of an award. The world constantly asked Harry Houdini how he did the things that he did. In addition to being a great magician, Harry Houdini was the world's finest escape artist, and they said, how do you do these things? This is not a magic trick, this is a physical feat. What you saw is exactly what it takes to escape from a straitjacket. There is no secret to it other than what you saw. But instead of answering their question, instead of saying, well, I worked hard, or what he did was he gave them this piece of wisdom. He didn't give them a secret like, oh, here's the secret to the trick. Here's what he said. They said, how did you do that? And he said, my mind is the key that sets me free. Live big with belief and imagination.